How's it going? This is Splattercat, and today I'm going to be playing a bit of Gnomoria. This is going to be the first episode of what I'm assuming is going to turn into a reasonably long series, and I have just randomly generated the Kingdom of Meatshark. And the Kingdom of Meatshark appears to be situated about a kind of large hill, although we do have some flat space right here. I'm just kind of taking a look around. I actually haven't decided where I want to build my kingdom yet, but I'm thinking this mountain is looking the most inviting. Nice square-shaped topography, and then it's got a lot of flat land around it, and I can further flatland out some of this to make it even more flat. So I think this may work for our farming. So I'm going to get started here. I'm actually going to set up some tree cutting options. So let's knock out some trees here. And we are just tree murdering. And I'm going to unpause the game actually and just let it do its thing. There we are. And I'm going to assign some of my guys to start foraging as well, because we do want to forage some cotton bushes, and we want to start foraging some strawberries and things so that we have something to plant once we get up and established. I'm going to start taking out these strawberry groves over here and also some of these apple trees. And why not? They're all over the top of the hill. I want to make sure that I'm good on food. I want to make sure I have lots of clippings and things. So food is always good in my books. Also, I'm going to start having my miners, I think, start removing some of these ramps so that I can, let me go down a couple layers here so I can do this more accurately. And there we are. Getting rid of these ramps is going to make it a little easier for us to build our town walls in a while. Ramps are not something that I like to see. They tend to just kind of get in the way. And it's always the one you miss that lets all the goblins sneak into your town, so... There we go, destroy some of these. Let me destroy some more of them. If we want to go up the hill, we can actually go around. I'm not going to concern myself with going up the hill too much right now. They've already foraged almost every tree, so that is fantastic. I'm going to go down to this lower level, and I think I'm going to take this and mine this out and make it a little more even. Give us kind of a surface upon which to start making our town. I'm going to have to cut down some of these trees just so we don't have ridiculous looking overhangs. And there we are. So we have a nice flat surface here, which is, it appears to be, 27 long. So that means, well, we'll go from like right here inwards. I think we'll just do a double wide on this one. Maybe a triple wide. We'll just kind of use a wait and see strategy here to see if we hit stone anytime soon. This mountain seems pretty big, so hopefully we hit stone, and there we go. I think we've hit basalt. Okay. So we've got some igneous rock here that we're going to use to found our city. And that leaves me in a good spot. I'm glad we found stone so quickly. I think I'm going to go ahead and fell most of these trees as well, just to keep them out of the way of our walls, and to give us a reasonably sized stockpile of wood. If we need wood later, we'll go ahead and set up... Oh no, I forgot to set up a pasture. That's what I forgot to do. I'm going to set up a pasture here for our yaks, which hopefully have not wandered off map. Hopefully we'll see our rancher desperately go try and find these yaks and bring them on back. And there's one, so our mohawked yak wheeler has gone and found the yak and brought it back. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do now is that all these trees are out of the way. I'm going to start building some walls. So I'm going to build a... What do we have the most of? We'll build out of birch here. And I'm going to take this out. About 6 seems right. And I think that that's going to be our storage area. And then we're also going to do the same thing over here. And there we are. There's our second little storage spot. I'm going to go ahead and designate this one to be a stockpile for soil. And then I'm going to tell this one to be a stockpile for... We'll go with plant material. But we're not going to... I'm not going to include wheat in that, because I want wheat to come of its own accord down to the lower floors where I'm going to use it to make beer and bread. Everybody appears to be sleeping right now, so I've got everything fast forwarded so that we don't have to waste too much time sleeping. I'm going to take this opportunity to look at my stocks though and just figure out what I have. I have about 300 logs. I don't have a lot of stone, but we'll have more. We have a lot of seeds. We have a lot of fruit, so we're in a good spot for food. We have enough wine to last us a little bit. So I think my next concern, I'm going to go ahead and mine this out right here. Let's see, we'll go in 3 and up 9. And there we are. We'll make ourselves like a little kind of culmination here, I guess, or a little open hall. I may make it a little wider. I'm going to fill it with torches and make it kind of a nice little entryway. I think my miners are sleeping at the moment, which is why no mining is getting done. He was able to wrangle both the yaks, which I'm really happy about. Let's see. Everybody's woken up now, so I'm going to slow time down again, and hopefully they'll iron this out. I'm going to go ahead and mine out some of this as well. Well, let's see how far back in this basalt goes, because we do have a lot of space here. So if we end up having a lot of stone, I actually may do everything on one floor and then leave kind of tinkering and blacksmithing on the lower floors, or we'll see what happens. I don't know organizationally what I want to do. But they are going to get started. They do need to get some practice at killing some stone too, so that they actually mine a bit quicker. I'm going to speed up time for a bit since what we're waiting on is the mining. And once I get this sorted out, we'll figure out where we want our stock rooms to go and where we want all of our workshops and things to go as well. So it looks like we're going to have a pretty, well, there is some dirt there. I'm not seeing any nearby, well, we do have, well, I'm going to look for nearby water real quick. It doesn't look like a well is going to be an option. I don't think we have water available to us. Maybe we'll find an underground spring. You never know. So they're back in here. They're doing a pretty good job. I think I am going to go ahead and mine. Guess I'll do a little 3-wide hallway down this way. I want to make sure I come across evenly. And I'll do a 3-wide hallway this way as well. I think that puts us in a pretty decent spot to start thinking about the placement of our various workshops, stock rooms, and things of that nature. I don't want the stock rooms too close to the front gate, so I'm thinking this may all be kind of food storage, since it keeps us closer to the front gate anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. I think this is going to be our food storage area. There we are. And I think this will probably be our kitchen type region. And there we are. Probably put some distilleries and things in there just to keep track of things. And we're off to a pretty good start here. I'm glad we found stone early. I do like the starting position. I don't like the lack of water, but we can make up for that on our own. I do like having some outdoor building. I'm probably going to even this out right here and bring it down to ground level so that I can have a large sweeping wall around all of my farmlands. And the wall may even go all the way around to here and just block this off entirely. I don't really know. We'll see kind of where we are in the next couple of days of gameplay. So I'm going to go ahead and designate this as a stockpile for... Don't want to do that. I actually want to remove that designation now because it's in the doorway as well, and I want to put a door there. So we're going to designate this a stockpile for... Let's see, food and drink. And I do want to make sure the stock room does go into this blank space over here. And it does. The cursor turns blue if it's in the blank space. This up here, I'm just going to keep various kitchen-related workshops in, I think. I'm thinking... that I'm going to go ahead and do this right here. We're going to make a little hallway. And I think this hallway... is going to bring us in like so. And I think this is where I'm going to put like a market stall or anything of that nature for visitors. I'm not precisely sure yet. The layout's a little murky. I don't really like the shape of it, so let me reshape this here. There we go. I think that should look okay. And so we are back to sleeping again. We're moving right along on our Let's Play. I think I'm kind of torn as to whether I want to go down to the next floor below to do crafting related workshops. I would like to stay more or less in the stone. And by in the stone, I mean I would like to have a large stone supply. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn that into a public sleeping quarters. I may designate this the Great Hall. Who knows? I'd like to keep these even, because I'm kind of anal about things being even. And I have no clue what that's going to be for, but I do know what this is going to be for. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build a hospital right there. And so I will get the designations stamped out for all of these once I've actually got them built. Take a look at stocks real quick. Make sure that we only have 150 stone, so we're not where I would like to be for stone. But that should be remedied when I dig down to the next layer. Hopefully the next layer is nothing but basalt everywhere. I'm going to try and fast forward through this sleepy zone here. Everybody's going to be trying to sleep. And let's see what's going on outside here. I think, going to even this out. So that's first going to have to start with me killing all the trees. Sorry, trees. It's for the greater good of gnomish culture. And that's going to give us a nice reasonable area in which we can start farming. From there... There's no miasma in this game as far as I know. Like when you have dead bodies and things in Dwarf Fortress and in towns, you get miasma, which makes everybody unhappy because they stink. I don't think I need to make a graveyard just yet, although I will need one in the future. We don't have any current place to store all these logs and things, so I am kind of terrified that we're backlogging our hauling queue by quite a bit. But I do want to keep things on the front end, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut off this Let's Play here. This has been episode 1 with Splattercat playing a bit of Gnomoria. Thank you for coming and watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please do think about subscribing, liking, or leaving me a comment. If you don't like anything about the video, go ahead and leave a comment about that too, and I'll see what I can do to shape it up. And I will see you guys in episode 2.